Alright, let's get it going, guys. Big shout out to Study CAD Cam, man. It's got the awesome parts. Let's going from the basic stuff to all types of stuff for your 3D practicing needs. Get in there with your SolidWorks, your Inventor, whatever it may be. Let's get this thing going. Many ways to tackle this beast. What I'm seeing is this main base feature here in the front view. Looks like I can extrude that inward through a depth of 50. So I'm going to push that back. Then come on the top view and cut it right here. So we can cut this little triangle out. And then come back in the end and extrude this feature right on through with this shape. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 steps, 3 features. Should be easy enough. Looking at the dimensions, we're in MMGS. So always remember to set your units. Always remember to set your units first. Alright, let's get this thing going. So let's open up our CAD software using Inventor. You have all this crazy stuff if you have templates loaded in previous projects. If you have nothing, you probably just have an eye up here. So go to the eye, drop it down, new part today. Just starting with a basic part. Simple sketching, one extrusion, 2 extrusions and a cut. So here we are. Alright, let's see if we can get this thing going here. I'm going to start with a sketch. No, start with our tools. That's right, always start with the tools. Document settings and units. Wherever those units may be, I don't care what software you're using, find them and change them. Right now we're just going to change these to millimeters. In a true MMGS system, we would also change our mass to grams, but we're good for now. Alright, sketch. 2D sketch. Let's just stay with our reference image here, and we'll start in that front plane. Going back to our picture. You see we have this shape here. So there's a 10 there, and it's this 30. Beware. You see a 40 here in the front, but really that height is the 30. So it's the 30, the 10, and then the length you find all the way up here in the top view, the 80. So we're going to go 30, 15, 10, 80. Alright? Let's knock it out. Line. We'll start at the origin. Let's do our first little 30 here. We can type it in. Direct input. 30, enter. Use your mouse wheel to scroll on out. I'm rolling it in. Use your mouse wheel. Push that bad boy down to pan. So get good at navigating. Come on. Alright, let's rock this thing out. That was 15. This came down at some type of angle. Make sure it does not hit the midpoint. We do not want that relationship right there. No. So bring it down. Alright, straight. Keep it vertical. And close it off. When you want that vertical, keep it vertical. When you want the parallel, keep it parallel. Make it do what you want it to do, man. It's the great thing about relationships and constraints. You can really lock in that design with the intent. However, if you set up the wrong intent, it can make a mess. So there's our base. Alright. Go back to your reference image. Get extruded to a depth of 50. Alright. So, finish sketch. And let's go to 3D model. Extrude. Right now, since we have nothing created, the only thing we can do is new solid. In the future, we can add, subtract, combine. Well, type in 50 for our distance right here. This is which direction you want to go. You can go both ways. Yeah. Symmetry is nice. Get in the habit of that. That's great for the future. Symmetry. We like symmetry. All right. Okay. There's your first part, or your base feature. Extrusion 1. Alright, let's cut that triangle out the top. So I'm going to go to this plane right here. And I am going to create a sketch. Or you can hop over here. Alright, this drops us on a plane right there with that top surface. So we're going to sketch our triangle and cut it out. So there we go. What we don't want is that. No. So bring it off. No. We do not want to lock onto that midpoint. Let's get it here. Let's get it here. That is not what we want. It locks you on there with a relationship, and if that's the intent, okay. But if not, don't put it there, because then you're going to have to come back and delete it, and it causes all types of mess later. Let's look at our reference picture. We have a 20. And where's our other distance here? I guess it'll be that 30. So this is supposed to be a 30 to here. And that defines our triangle. Alright. So go back into our CAD. And we could mark the length. We could do a little subtraction. But let's just get in the habit of inputting the dimensions given. They gave us 20, and I'm just using our dimension tool here from point to point 30. Real simple tool to use. So you just click your dimension tool. You can click a line and place a dimension. You can click an edge. You can click circles, whatever it may be. Alright, I think this sketch is good. Hit finish sketch. There it is up there. So we're going to use, I'm not sure why it has a little extra piece there. But let's go to extrude. You'll see that it's adding material. We want to subtract material. And there it goes, cutting right through it. Our piece is only 40 high, so we know that this piece of 50 is going right through it. You're going to see it there. You can also use these handles if you like and drag things up. Yeah. In the future, you can set relationships to make it always go through all. Oh, where's it at? I don't know. Let's not get too wild right now. There we go. Alright, there's that cut. Let's sketch that last little shape and extrude it on up. Extrude it on up. So I'm going to sketch it on the bottom. Why? I don't know. That's just because that's the way my mind works. I see the height coming up from the bottom there. So I'll bring it all the way on up through. That way I know it gets through all of this sloped area here. And I guess I could come up to a plane at 50 or go both ways. But that's just too much. Let's just get down here and sketch. And what I saw was the shape from the top. That's what I was seeing. There we go. Let's do this. Look at that. See? So we just come in. Alright. And we're on this top surface here. So we're looking through the top. Oh. And we're on the bottom. That's what we're on. We're on the bottom. So 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. There it is. Boom, right there. And the dimensions that we have are 35, 30, and 10. So there's that 35 in there. Oop. See, now I can't see my lines. Dimension. There's a 35. Come on. Dimension. There's a come on. Dimension. There's a 35 in there. There's a 10 in there. And there was a 30. If I spin this bad boy back around, $35, $30, $10, and it comes up to $40. So there it is. Let's finish this sketch. Let's extrude her on up to 40. Bring it around. Whoop. Flip it. Oh boy. Control Z. Let's do that again. Sketch 3, extrude. Flip it. And for some reason when you flip it, it turns it to cut. Back to join. Alright. There you go.